Will Warren is on the mound, taking his warm-ups as we inch closer to first pitch of the Yankees against the Orioles. Let's take a look at the Orioles starting lineup. Brought to you by Stop and Shop. Jackson Holliday at second leads off. Jordan Westberg at third. Gunnar Henderson, the shortstop, hits third. The right fielder, Tyler O'Neill, cleans up. Dylan Beavers in left field. Adley Rushman will catch him bat sixth. Batting seventh, playing center field, Colton Cowser, Samuel Basayo. The DH will hit eighth. And batting ninth and playing first base, Kobe Mayo, with Trevor Rogers on the mound for the O's.
And Will Warren going to make his 33rd start on the year. That is impressive in and of itself. When you look at a rookie making that many starts, he's done his job this year, and he's improved and continues to improve. And let's check out the Nissan Pitcher Scouting Report and tell you a little bit more about him. That fastball combo, the four-seamer and two-seamer really work off of each other and has led to an impressive K rate with that pitch. 100 of his 164 strikeouts this year have come off of that fastball, either sinker or four-seamer. And the last piece of the puzzle is the secondary improvement, a better sweeper and a changeup that have improved all year long. That's the next step for him to get command of those pitches.
There's Jackson Holliday. He has been struggling of late. Last weekend against the Yankees, 1 hit and 13 at-bats. So some snazzy footwear. Little sign he makes in the dirt. Says his hellos to C.B. Buckner. And we're getting close. Let's check out the Yankee defense, brought to you by your Tri-State Chevy dealers. Slater, Bellinger, and Judge left to right in the outfield. Rosario, Volpe, Caballero, and Goldschmidt third to first. Wells behind the plate. Stanton, the DH, and as you can see against the lefty Rogers, Yankees stacking the lineup with their right-handed batters, and they have a lot of lefties that they could pull off the bench a little bit later on. Now the stakes, you know what they are. Toronto's playing Tampa Bay, a 3-game set. The Yankees are playing the Orioles, a 3-game set. They both have the same record. The Yankees have to finish a game ahead of them in order to win the American League East. If they finish tied with Toronto, Toronto will get the division because they beat them head-to-head 8-5 in the 13 games. That's why those games were important. And now, looking back in retrospect, that 4-game sweep in Toronto was a killer and could be the difference between getting a first-round bye or going in as a wild card. Orioles are 75-84. The Yankees are 91-68. Holiday's ready. Warren's ready. And let's do it here in the Bronx. First pitch swung on, popped up, left side. Slater gives it a look, but that's in the seats. Time now for the keys to the game, brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
Well, solving Rogers. Friday, he beat the Yankees in Baltimore. 6 shutout innings, 1 hit, and 7 strikeouts. So they got to figure out a different game plan. And late game edge, you stay closer, you're in the game. The bullpen for the Yankees has been so much better. Baltimore's last series against the Yankees had a 6.88 ERA in those 4 games. And Rays of hope. You're hoping for the Rays to really help. If the Yankees can win and get some help from the Rays, the American League East is up for grabs.
You know, you would think that the Rays owe the Yankees a little something. They gave them Steinbrenner Field for the year, right?
I was just thinking the same thing. He beat me to the punch again.
Two and one on Holiday. So he missed the last 2 games with a sore knee. And the manager, Tony Mansolino, was asked which knee. He said he has 2 knees, you guess.
So in other words, he didn't check on him in the training room.
Or he didn't want to tell us. Home plate umpire C.B. Buckner, Ramon De Jesus at first, Dan Iasonia at second, and Shane Livensbarger is over at third. Now it is drilled to right field. On the run is Judge, and he makes the play for out number 1.
You got to feel like you get away with something here, Coney. You throw a pitch and it just gets hammered. Could easily be a leadoff double. But Aaron Judge, good jump, nice play.
Has he got the Chicago Bulls Jordans going on?
Yes, he does.
Old school.
A little hop in his step.
Those are Jordan 1s.
Nice.
Must be the shoes. Huh?
Got to be the shoes.
Jordan Westberg. Fastball tipped into the glove of Wells. 0-1. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Westberg down on strikes. 2 down here in the first.
Well, sometimes you could use the scouting report to help yourself, Coney. I mean, you're known as a fastball pitcher, but a couple curveballs in this count and a swing and a miss right there.
You know, the overall numbers on this pitch and on the year have not been good for Will Warren, but the metrics under the hood, that's got tight break on it, good spin. Well, he gets a feel for that one. That's next level stuff for him.
Gunnar Henderson takes outside, 1-0. Henderson, last 9 games, 12 for 35. That's .343. He has not hit a home run in his last 28 games, so that's a little odd for him. He has 16 on the season.
Yeah, it sounds like a pretty good year. 274, 16 home runs and 67 RBIs. But you go back a year, 281, 37 home runs and 92 R. He was 4th in the MVP, so it had kind of a setback of a year. Good solid player, though, huh, Tony?
Yeah, you take him. Definitely. Any team would take him. Kind of feels like the Orioles are poised for a bounce back next year when you look at their talent. And the guy pitching tonight, Rogers, has had such a good year. Kyle Bradish is back in their rotation, a solid righty. So you kind of feel like some good offseason moves. The Orioles could make a move again next year.
Foul ball out of play and the count full. Let's check out what CB Buckner's all about. 30th season, so he has dealt with both Paul and David. Considered neutral, more low strikes on lefty batters, fewer inside strikes.
I remember him as a guy that gave the ball off the plate away, so maybe he's changed over the years, Coney.
Flip a coin.
Swing and a miss. Went upstairs with the fastball. Usually struggles in the first inning. Not this time. The Orioles were down in order, and Yankees coming to bat.
The Triple Dipper, only at Chili's, lets you build your perfect basket of 3 Chili's favorites, like the world-famous fried mozzarella you just gotta pull. Or go for Chili's legendary sweet and spicy honey chipotle crispers. Or why not pick the classic Big Mouth Bites drizzled in ranch? And of course, there's plenty of your favorite chili sauces to dip and dip and dip. Now that is one seriously good
Well, the Orioles go down in order against Will Warren. Now the Yankees will take their turn against Trevor Rogers. Tonight's starting lineup for the Yankees brought to you by Stop and Shop. It's a little bit different as they load up on the righties. Goldschmidt, Judge, and Bellinger at the top. Middle of the order, Stanton, Rosario, and Slater. Who'd have thought that? And the bottom third of the order, Volpe, Wells, and Caballero. And Will Warren starting for the Yankees.
And here's the lefty everybody's talking about this year. This will be his 18th start, an abbreviated year. He's had some injury issues over the last couple of years, but when he's pitched this year, that's as good as it gets. Just lights out. And let's tell you a little bit more in our Nissan Pitcher Scouting Report. And a breakout star. He did have a couple of decent years in Miami. Was a high draft pick, but dealt with injuries. Clearly breaking out this year. Aggressive early in the strike zone. 65% first pitch strike rate. That's really high. And the damage control. He doesn't give up a lot of home runs. I think he's only given up 3 home runs this year. That's not a lot.
Not this day and age.
Paul Goldschmidt takes a strike. Toronto has taken a 1-0 lead, bottom of the first inning against the Rays. That score will stay up throughout the game, so you'll have immediate updates. Foul back. Well, you know the numbers. Goldschmidt, a 345 hitter against left-handed pitching. 248 against righties, 277 overall. High fly ball left field. Beavers toward the line. One out. Let's check out the Orioles defense, brought to you by your Tri-State Chevy dealers, Beavers, Cowser, and O'Neill. O'Neill and right. Doesn't that sound perfect? And at third is Westberg, Henderson, Holiday, and Mayo. Brushman behind the plate. Basayo is the DH.
Just looking at that, I'm looking at O'Neill, 195.
That doesn't feel right.
No, that would make me sick at this point of the year, to tell you the truth.
If he hit 195, David, can you imagine the water coolers that would die at the feet of that?
I don't think I'd have a chance to get to the water cooler. I'd be in AAA at this point.
Just put you in a bad mood for the whole offseason.
You're telling me.
You're in a bad mood.
You're already like visualizing your bats for opening day. How I can get above 200.
Now, I've got a stat for you, Paul, that will blow you away. In his last 14 games, Aaron Judge has reached in 41 of 67 plate appearances, giving him an on-base percentage of .612.
Yeah, to put that in perspective, anything over 4 is
great.
So
high strike called there, 2-2.
you see that box is a little bit higher to Aaron Judge, but it gets in there. But C.D. Buckner, I had a few issues with CD.
Yeah, exactly. Notice the catching style, though, not the glove down low. With that style, it's easier for him to frame top of the zone, especially if he's looking for it.
Strike 3. Judge down looking, caught the outside corner.
Another look. You can see he's got to reach over to get this kind of slider. He's looking to throw it down and in. Rushman kind of goes over and does a good job of not doing too much movement on it, and does get the call on a borderline pitch.
Bellinger's been sitting at 29 home runs. Been in a little bit of a slide lately. 7 hits in his last 43 at-bats. That's 163.
.97 RBIs, 3 games to go. I mean, there's something about that century mark at the RBIs. Huh?
29 too. Homers.
Why don't we check out the game time weather presented by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the Yankees, 76 degrees. And this is indeed more like it. And there's a walk to Bellinger. I'll tell you what, Paul, you do have to agree. You were shocked that we got that game in yesterday.
Oh, without a rain delay.
Without a rain delay.
It started raining in the second. I'm like, all right, well, here we go. We're one of many rain delays. We played right through it.
Kicking rocks up here in the booth?
Oh, my goodness. No, on the way to the booth, this could be a long one.
Here's Giancarlo Stanton. Runner on first, held there by Mayo. Stanton with a bases loaded double inside third. That gave the Yankees a 4-3 lead in yesterday's game, a game they won 5-3. He's at 59 ribbies. So he has 21 homers and 59 ribbies in 74 games. So prorate that over 162. Comes out to 46 homers, 129 RBIs. But he's out with the elbow injuries at the beginning of the year. Driven out to right field. Going back, O'Neill, turning, looking, see ya! A 2-run home run for Stanton. Yankees on the board. They're up 2-0.
Well, we were talking about it yesterday, Michael. I mean, he is going through a little time where he wasn't swinging the bat as well, but when he puts the ball in play, I mean, 3 RBIs last night, 2 RBIs already tonight. He puts runs up on the board when he makes contact.
On a tough guy to hit homers off of this year. Just the 4th home run for Rogers this year.
Well, when he starts going to right field and is not worried about getting jammed, Big G can do some damage. Well, it's all about location, right, Coney? Ball's supposed to be up and in, and ends up and away, and Stanton just covers it and just puts the barrel on it, and his strength does the rest.
Rosario fouls it off, 0-2. Now, Junior Caminero just hit a solo home run, and the Rays are tied with the Blue Jays 1-1.
See his forearms?
Yeah.
That shot?
Well, last night, Coney, I'll tell you what, he messed with his bat, and like his bicep blew the pad off his head. Michael said he could wear that thing the rest of his life and it wouldn't move.
I'd like to see his grip strength, you know?
Yeah.
See what he measures.
And that's just a line. It's almost like a left-handed hitter's ball, just a line drive the other way.
2-2.
See, last night we saw him kind of like falling away from the ball a little bit, where, you know, when he goes towards the pitcher, because he doesn't have a lot of movement in his lower half, and he's not afraid of getting jammed. I mean, he just can hit the ball out to any part of the ballpark.
Well, they've already done more damage against Rogers than they did on September 19th with this one swing. A 2-run home run off the bat of Stanton, who did in the second. Yankees up 2-0.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Mix and match 3 Ultimate apps with 3 Ultimate dipping sauces to create your own Applebee's Ultimate Trio with over 80,000 combinations. All for the ultimate price of $14.99.
When I take food out of my Bosch refrigerator,
I feel like the best version of myself.
and that makes me feel...
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Look, everybody wanna go walk it. At the same time, gotta walk it.
My wife told me my hair was thinning, and I wanted to avoid that at all costs.
Let's go, baby.
I stopped hanging out with the guys because I didn't want to hear the wisecracks. So I did some research and found Nutrafol, which was cool because I had no idea there was a supplement for hair.
I liked that it was drug-free and then it was clinically tested.
My hair was getting stronger and thicker.
Nutrafol has just given me more confidence, which allows me to carry myself a little taller.
It felt real good to ditch the hat.
Hair growth starts from the inside at Nutrafol.com/men.
Well, let's check out FanDuel's live same-game parlay. Rosario, will he get a hit? Slater, an RBI. Will Warren, 5 or more strikeouts. Yankees lead 2-0. Pitch to O'Neill goes all the way to the backstop. While we were in commercial, Jonathan Aranda hit a home run for the Rays, and they lead the Blue Jays 2-1. Aranda just coming off the IL, so he's another weapon for Tampa Bay to throw at Toronto.
They're talking about building a new stadium in Tampa now, right next to George Steinbrenner Field. Possibility, yeah. There's on the campus, the college campus right there.
Well, it would certainly be much easier to get to than over in St. Petersburg, over the bridge, downtown.
High fly ball. Slater toward the line. He's there and makes the play.
It's obviously preliminary, just talk and rumors, but yeah, that site where that college is right next to George Steinbrenner Field there across the street from where the Bucks play is apparently being looked at. So stay tuned.
It was Hillsborough Community College,
yes,
right?
Exactly. HCC.
Well, those September Sundays with the Rays and the Bucks playing, they'll be a delight.
That'd be great.
There's Dylan Beavers. 1-0. One on Beavers. Had a walk-off home run in the 9th inning for a 6-5 win in the Orioles' most recent series. For a young player, has a great eye. First 32 games, he had a .389 on base percentage. Last 5, he slumped a bit, 2 for 19. High fly ball, left center. Slater backs up. Slater in front of the warning track, then on the warning track, makes the play, 2 down.
Well, if Warren can just continue to get outs and allow your offense to try to pad that lead. I mean, that was such a huge home run. You're coming in off of a guy that doesn't give up home runs. Numbers just off the page good, and all of a sudden you throw a 2-spot up. It's got to help the starting pitcher.
Here's Rushman. Yankees did not see Rushman in the 4-game series last weekend. He was on the IL. Right oblique strain. That's the injury of the year. Missed 22 games. Came back Tuesday. It's odd what a drop he's taken. I mean, he was considered one of the elite catchers, but slump last year, not a great year this year. They signed Samuel Basayo to an 8-year contract. He's 21 years old. He's a catcher, but they probably project him as a DH. High drive down the right field line, and it's a deep foul ball.
Yeah, Rushman's still only 27 years old. It has been kind of a lost year with the injuries and the offense, and just not a lot went right in Baltimore this year for anybody.
It's hard to know whether these little nagging injuries affect your performance or not. A lot of players try to play through them, and you wonder why they're slumping a bit. You never know what they're going through.
And Rushman down on strikes. 3rd strikeout for Warren. 2nd straight 1-2-3 inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Mix and match 3 Ultimate apps with 3 Ultimate dipping sauces to create your own Applebee's Ultimate Trio with over 80,000 combinations. All for the ultimate price of $14.99.
You ever just look at them and think, yeah, I'm doing all right.
Get double points this fall at Best Western.
When I take food out of my Bosch refrigerator,
I feel like the best version of myself.
and that makes me feel...
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Did they ask you to do the commercial too?
Yeah, but they just gave me one line.
Bet like a Caesar. Like, we're gonna sit here and we're gonna tell them how Caesar's Sportsbook is just so easy to use that you can watch and bet thousands of sports events, even some NFL games.
They'll probably show us betting on our favorite players and teams at all the Vegas hotspots too.
Like we have time for that montage.
I told him I couldn't do it.
Hey, it's time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. And tonight's picture is of the Lawless family, who was here at the stadium last night to watch the Yankees keep pace with the Blue Jays in the AL East. Hey, we thank all of you for posting your pictures to social media with the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride throughout the season. Yankees lead 2-0. Rays lead 2-1 over the Blue Jays, and that score again, bottom right-hand corner the entire game. Keep you up to date, up to the minute, up to the second. Here's Austin Slater. Fouled away.
It's an interesting lineup for the Yankees to me, Paulie, because if you're going to face a caliber left-handed starter in postseason like they're seeing tonight with the Rogers, this is the full Monty right-handed hitting lineup.
Grounded to third, backing up Westberg. High throw, and Slater running hard beats it out.
Well, you got to use these breaks. I mean, that's just an easy ground ball. Just kind of launched it. But anytime you get opportunities against a really good pitcher, you get extra outs. You got to try to put runs on the board and continue to tack them on. Again, right from the release, you knew this ball was going to be high.
So an error on Westberg. Volpe, 9 hits in his last 28 at-bats. That's 321.
Probably the only change in the lineup, Paul, you'd see is that Jazz Chisholm's got to be in there in the postseason. But other than that, if you've got a really tough lefty, Aaron Boone's got some options.
Mm-hmm. Driven into left center field. On the run is Beavers, and he makes the play. Really nice play by Dylan Beavers. Heading back to first is Slater.
Wow, he just kind of lunged at the end and just kind of stabbed at it. Ball ended up going in his glove. You talk about changing an inning. I mean, this is a double, probably second and third with nobody out. Now 1 out, man on first. So what a huge play out in left field.
6'5" tall, and he needed every inch of it there.
Coney, that wasn't eyewash. That was a good play.
That was.
David, you poisoned my kid. We watch games now. Somebody makes a play, and he goes to me, Dad, eyewash?
Eyewash. Yes, that's great.
I said, that's Uncle David's line.
There you go. Now he knows. He needs to know. Real hustle, not false hustle. Real hustle.
I remember hearing the story. It was in spring training, and Pete Rose was, that must have been 62, 63. And he walked. He put the bat down and just sprinted to first. And Whitey Ford in the dugout said, "Attaboy, Charlie Hustle." And that's it stuck with him his whole career.
That's right.
Chopped to short. There's 1. And there's 2. And that'll do it here in the second. So they pitch around the E5. We go to the third.
It takes 2 to feel the joy. Earn unlimited 2% cash back, 1% when you buy, and 1% as you pay with the Citi Double Cash Card.
The Triple Dipper, only at Chili's, lets you build your perfect basket of 3 Chili's favorites, like the world-famous fried mozzarella you just gotta pull. Or go for Chili's legendary sweet and spicy honey chipotle crispers. Or why not pick the classic Big Mouth Bites drizzled in ranch? And of course, there's plenty of your favorite chili sauces to dip and dip and dip. Now that is one seriously good cheese food. The Chili's Triple Dipper. Taste what all the hype's about.
You were bound by the chains of duty. Until true love turned the whole world on its head. And all the while, you were watching clothes dry. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen.
Well, this October, Brooklyn Nets basketball is back on Yes as Coach Jordy Fernandez leads a fresh new squad loaded with young talent. Tune in Saturday, October 4th at 8 p.m. for the first preseason game on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. 6 up, 6 down for the O's against Warren. And the first pitch to Cowser is a strike. Cowser, Basayo, and Mayo. 7, 8, 9 in the Orioles order. Yankees lead 2-0. On the home run by Giancarlo Stanton in the first inning. Fouled away. So many games with import when it comes to who's playing whom. You've got Texas leading Cleveland 4-2. Top of the second inning in Cleveland, Detroit, and Boston. 0-0, bottom of the second inning. So even if the Yankees don't win the East, they're not locked into playing Boston. If Detroit does damage against Boston, they might see another opponent. They could see the Detroit Tigers. But we do know that if the Yankees are in the wild card Tuesday night, it'll be right here in the Bronx.
Either series, if they win the East, either series would be in Yankee Stadium, home field.
One away. Time for Old Spice Fresh Stats. Will Warren has 57 called strikeouts. That's second in the American League this season. Tynan Bybee of the Guardians has 58.
Courtney, I've noticed a lot more breaking balls and a good changeup in the first inning, too. And then going back, doing the scouting report yesterday, Rodon threw 33% changeups against the Orioles in Camden Yards. So that's probably a scouting report more than a feel for a pitch, right?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
The growing confidence that he has in the pitch. And the same with Will Warren, as we've seen. He's been impressive this year. 33 starts. But, you know, the secondary stuff hasn't come along for the ride as much as his fastball has been so effective. Comes down to command. Being able to drop that over right there and throw that for strikes consistently changes everything for Will Warren, in my opinion. If he's got command of that thing, that's got good spin, good break on it. He can throw that over for strikes. It's going to make that one look that much better.
Pretty remarkable. This is his 33rd start. And the Yankees at the top of the rotation have been very stout. Fried, Rodon, Warren, they've all made their starts. The changeup lofted to left field. Messiah is retired. It's time now for the Mohegan Sun team scouting report. And this is what we're looking at right now if the season ended today, which it doesn't. Yankees would play the Red Sox. The winner would then play the Blue Jays. Tigers and the Guardians. The winner would play Seattle. On the other side, Mets in L.A. Winner would play the Phillies. And then San Diego and the Cubs. Right now, that would be at Wrigley. And the winner would play Milwaukee.
Well, there are a lot of teams involved there, Coney. Who's going to end up with it all? That's the big question, you know?
No super teams this year, right? Even though we thought there would be one.
Yeah.
Didn't work out that way.
I don't know that there's a team in baseball, including the Yankees and the Dodgers, that didn't go through big struggles this year.
Slow roller charging is Volpe. Tries the bare hand, could not pick it up. It's going to be a base hit for Mayo.
Yeah, that's a do-or-die play. There's no way you're going to catch that ball in transition. And even barehanded, I don't know you have a chance. The only way is Rosario can cut in front of him with his momentum, but he was not able to get there either.
Mayo's been hot of late. 15 hits in his last 35 at-bats. That's the first base runner for the Orioles, and that'll bring up Jackson Holliday. You see the Blue Jays have now tied up Tampa Bay 2-2, bottom of the second inning at Rogers Center. Holliday, the hardest hit ball so far for Baltimore, led off the game, hitting a line drive to right field, and Judge sprinted to the glove side and hauled it in. Took away an extra base hit. Warren likes this mound. 15 starts at the stadium, 3.28. And then when he leaves the stadium, road games, his ERA jumps more than 2 runs. 5.52.
You know, that's not uncommon for rookie pitchers to feel more comfortable at home in your home ballpark. You know your bullpen mound. You know your game mound very well. You're in a better routine as a home starting pitcher. The game starts when you're ready. It's a first look around the league too. You've been around the circuit, you know, seeing all the visitors' ballparks is different. Every ballpark is different. Depth perception from the mounds is different.
Let's check out his arsenal. Statcast 3D by Google Cloud.
When you look at the 4-seamer and 2-seamer, that combo together, they work off of each other so well. That's what makes his fastball so successful. The sweeper's improving. I mean, the numbers aren't great overall in the year in terms of slugging and batting average against, but he has the makings of a good one.
3-2 pitch, ball 4, runners on first and second, 2 outs, and that'll bring up Westberg. You see the splits.
It's a good visit by Goldschmidt and Wells. I mean, you're in 2 outs, and all of a sudden now you got a runner in scoring position. You cannot give away runs. You got a good pitcher on the other side taking the mound.
It's also a young pitcher learning the lesson when you do get in a jam, how you get out of it. And you don't panic. We've seen that with Will Warren this year, where sometimes some innings get away from him here and there. And that's why, to your point, this is a good visit. Goldschmidt's right there. Wells is right there. Got 2 outs. Don't let it unravel on you. This comes with confidence and reps.
Westberg struck out in the first. And he gets the call on the pitch on the outside corner, 0-1. Foul ball, makes the seats, and quickly 0-2. Baltimore started the season 16-34. Eventually cost Brandon Hyde his job. But under the interim manager, Tony Mansolino, they're 60-56. Actually rebounded quite well, and part of the reason is getting pitching back. Driven out to left field and deep. On the run is Slater, and that ball is gone. Just cleared the wall for a 3-run home run, and the Orioles lead by 1, 3-2.
Well, we were just talking about how good his breaking ball has been, and then all of a sudden, boom, a couple outs and a couple men on, and you hang a breaking ball, and you just give away that lead. It's a backbreaking with 2 outs.
It really comes down to command. And you can see that's a cross-up. He's trying to bury it down and away, 0-2. This has got to be off the plate. This has got to be buried. Instead, it's left right in the wheelhouse. That's kind of been the story for Will Warren this year. His command of that particular pitch.
Just watch the guy out there drop the home run ball. Did you see the story about the guy in Seattle? He caught Cal Raleigh's 60th home run, and he, without even thinking about it, he just gave it to a kid.
Right?
And the Mariners tried to find out who he was. They finally did, and they wanted him to come on the field, and Raleigh gave him a signed bat. I mean, that's a selfless thing to do. I mean, if you put that 60th home run up for bid, you're going to get some money.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it's $5 million, but you're going to get money. And he did the nice thing and gave it to a kid. And the kid sold it for $500.
Yeah, now he's on eBay, right?
Just made that up. 2-1. Things going so smoothly, then the check swing slow roller, and it's gotten Warren out of sorts. Now base hit to right field. 4 straight batters have reached.
Yeah, it's amazing to me, Coney, when you start adding up how you give up runs, there always seems to be a walk in the middle of it. You know, you give up the cheap hit, all right, there's 2 outs, but then you give a 2-out walk. Next thing you know, you hang a breaking ball and lose the lead.
So Matt Blake, a trip to the mound. Try to settle down Warren.
You look at O'Neill on 194.8, 31 home runs last year. He's been plagued by injuries this year and pretty much his whole career, but you make a mistake, he definitely has power.
You know, just to put a bow on the Mariners story, the adult gave the ball to the kid. The kid then gave the ball to Cal Raleigh.
Nice.
So,
pretty good story from front to back, huh?
Yeah. And Raleigh gave both of them signed bats. And they did. And one on social media where you could find anybody. They said, who is this guy? And it got to them who he was, and they brought him to the ballpark, and he got a signed bat.
It's a great story, and that ball has already been estimated at least 6 figures already for its worth if it did end up on the auction block. It's historic. It's Cal Raleigh. It's Seattle. You know, he's a catcher.
60 home runs for a catcher. Yep. Boy, all of a sudden, as you talked, this inning's kind of getting away from Warren, Coney, not able to finish it, and now in a hole against Tyler O'Neill.
Pop foul and out of play.
Henderson over at first base looking for his 30th stolen base on the year, with 29 coming into the game.
2-2.
You can see the pitch count jumping up 54. This will be the 30th pitch this inning coming from Will Warren.
You know, you usually see this kind of inning from Warren in the first, but he does have that one bad inning where things get out of sync. Trying to get out of any further damage here. Runner goes, pitches high, throw to second, not in time. A stolen base for Gunnar Henderson. That's his 30th stolen base of the year.
Yeah, he's really improved his running game. In the first year in the big leagues, he was at 10, and he went to 21, now 30. So a big part of his game.
Good job by Wells. Bang, bang. Hand hit the bag. Tag came down.
So 3-2 on Tyler O'Neill. Strike three right down the middle. O'Neill down looking. But the Orioles do damage. The 3-run home run by Westberg. They're up 3-2.
We all love the big moment. The big moment doesn't start with the big result. It starts with the yard work. Because the big moment is just one moment forged by 1,000 moments. Strauss in Major League Baseball. Gear up, go yard.
Years of hard work, decades of dedication, committed to giving back. You've been there, done that, and you're still here for more. So now that you're 50 or older and at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia and IPD, be proactive with Capvaxive, a vaccine specifically designed for adults to help protect against pneumonia, an invasive disease caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive is the only vaccine that helps protect against the strains that cause 84% of IPD in adults 50 or older, compared with up to 52% by other pneumococcal conjugate vaccines. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Whether you've had another pneumococcal vaccine or not, ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive.
Yankees baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. By Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself. And by Optimum Fiber. Get Optimum, the fastest fiber internet. Don't take slow for an answer. Some of the players that have played for both the Yankees and the O's. Tom Baylor won an MVP with the Orioles. And Mike Messina's in the Hall of Fame with the work he did with both teams. There's Jose Caballero. Leading off the bottom of the third, pitches upstairs 1-0.
Think they'll ever have a Mike Mussina day at Camden Yards?
I don't know. You know, he ended his career pretty good here in New York, right?
They want to put Caballero on. He has 48 stolen bases. And there's ball four. Obviously a threat to run. Rogers has a pretty good move, left-hander.
Well, one thing that does work in the Yankees' favor is Rogers not as good ERA-wise on the road than he is at home, and vice versa. Will Warren much better here at home, so something has to give.
Dropped the slider in for strike.
Goldschmidt had a good swing his first time up, just missed it down the left field line. Hit a Ray Guy punt, about 104 miles an hour, skied.
Shallow left coming on Beavers. He makes the play.
Well, why do you throw a changeup, Coney? To get a hitter out front. And right there, good swing, everything. But being that it's a changeup, you're just out in front a little bit off the end of the bat.
Here's Judge. He struck out looking in the first inning. Still hitting .330, so he came into today with a 17-point lead over the A's Jacob Wilson. That's for the batting title in the American League.
If you take away McGuire and Sosa for obvious reasons, there's this guy and there's Babe Ruth.
Right.
That's it.
Yep.
And nobody ever thought we would see anybody that could compare to Babe Ruth, but this guy does.
That one gets away from Rushman. Caballero didn't go.
Yeah, a lot of times on first base and third base, because of the angle, you really don't pick up how far the ball is going away from the catcher. You see, he didn't pick it up till late. Kind of got dead-footed and then no chance.
And Judge is waving him to second. Interesting decision, though. I don't think he didn't do it for this reason, but we saw it against the White Sox. First base opened up. They were intentionally walking Judge.
It's an excellent point, especially with the lefty pitching, Judge batting.
That one's driven deep to center field. Going back, Cowser still back. Track, wall, see ya! Right over the wall into Monument Park. A 2-run home run for Judge, number 52. And the Yankees retake the lead.
Well, great job by Caballero not taking that base, right? Aaron Judge gets to swing the bat. Dead center field. This was a line drive. 52. No, he's just absolutely on a pace to finish this MVP race, and it seems to me that he's just going off for it.
Bellinger takes a strike.
Well, 2 home runs on the night against Rogers. Would he give up 2 or 3 the whole year?
3 the whole year.
.52 home runs, 111 runs batted in. .50th home run lifetime against the Orioles. They are his Washington Generals. Rip foul.
You know, I mentioned Babe Ruth, right? There's Judge and Babe Ruth. He just hit this right up with Babe Ruth's forehead. Out in Monument Park.
Exactly. And it wasn't a high fly ball. That's just a line drive. And not a lot of people can hit a line drive dead center field in Yankee Stadium. I mean, you know the size of Aaron Judge. James, how big was Babe Ruth? Because that's 6'7", 280 right there.
And another walk issued to Bellinger.
So I just got the number 6'2", 215, Michael.
Well, that's 110 miles an hour off of his bat, a line drive screamer that went 423 feet.
Yeah.
There's nobody hits baseballs like that. Maybe Giancarlo, but
yeah.
I mean, it's just, how do you hit a ball that on a line 423 feet like that?
I mean, you talk about exit velocity and the generating bat speed. I mean, he's so gifted to be that coordinated with that type of size.
Well, Drew Frentz, the pitching coach, will come out and talk. So Judge 52, Raleigh leads with 60, Schwarber 56, Ohtani 54. So you just dropped something in there parenthetically. Babe Ruth 215. I'm somewhat dubious.
I was going to say you believe the 6'2". I don't know about the 215.
Babe was a big man and ate a lot of hot dogs during games.
That might have been program weight.
Maybe.
You know, basketball players, you know, they're really like 6 foot, but they're in the program, they're 6'4".
Depends on what year you got them.
Yeah, exactly.
That Judge home run, 4.6 seconds in the air.
Oh, my God. That's like a bottle rocket going out there.
4.6 seconds to go 423 feet.
So there's a debate now, Judge or Raleigh as the MVP, and both of them certainly have the credentials. But Jeff Passan of ESPN went around talking to a lot of players, active players. High fly ball, deep left center. Cowser back, trap, wall, wow. See ya! A long home run by Stanton, his second of the night, and it is 6-3 Yankees.
Well, the big boys are carrying big sticks tonight, Cody. At 451. I don't think I've seen a ball that went over the Gillette sign out there, into the bleachers, right?
It's a hold my beer moment.
Wow.
Wow.
Rogers, you're thinking, I don't give up home runs. Well, watch this one.
This is what you call regression to the mean for Mr. Rogers, and that is just annihilating.
That exited just a shave above the sign.
Yeah, there you go, Michael. Oh, just the sound, the look. He's not coming off the ball tonight, Michael. Kind of just right in there, saying, Jimmy, there's that side view where the fans know it as quick as we do.
They get Rosario. To get an idea what the Yankees are doing now against Rogers, he had 15 straight games where he did not allow no more than 2 runs. Yankees have a 6 spot on the board and 3 home runs.
Yeah, it looked like a split finger. It just tried to turn it away, but it just kind of stayed right in the strike zone. Ah.
And anyway, to finish the story about Judge and Jeff Passan, talked to a lot of present-day players, and the vast majority said it's Judge, without any doubt. 452nd career home run for Stanton, tying Yaz. Grounded foul by Slater, 1-1. But the players don't vote. 2 writers from each city that has an American League team, they vote. Tigers now lead the Red Sox 1-0 in the 4th inning. That's at Fenway Park. And you see the Tampa Bay and Toronto score, which we will have there the entire game. It's 2-2. And don't think Toronto hasn't seen this score flash up on the board at Rogers Center.
They probably heard this score. I mean, those were loud noises that came off those bats.
Well, the modern-day M&M boys, they do it here in the 3rd. Judge, a line drive into Monument Park. They'll end up there one day. And then Stanton, forget about it. Deep to left center field. When it's done, Yankees leading 6-3.
It takes 2 to feel the joy. Earn unlimited 2% cash back, 1% when you buy, and 1% as you pay with the Citi Double Cash Card.
You were bound by the chains of duty. Until true love turned the whole world on its head. And all the while, you were watching clothes dry. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen.
The Triple Dipper, only at Chili's, lets you build your perfect basket of 3 Chili's favorites, like the world-famous fried mozzarella you just gotta pull. Or go for Chili's legendary sweet and spicy honey chipotle crispers. Or why not pick the classic Big Mouth Bites drizzled in ranch? And of course, there's plenty of your favorite chili sauces to dip and dip and dip. Now that is one seriously good cheese pull. The Chili's Triple Dipper. Taste what all the hype's about.
Well, including the postseason, Judge and Stanton have homered in the same game 58 times, 8th most all time. And they've won the vast majority of the games in which they both homered. So the Yankees pick Will Warren right back up after he allowed the 3-run home run to Westberg. And the Yankees are doubling the Orioles at 6-3, top of the 4th. So in the previous 57 games in which they both homered, Yankees have won 50 of them.
Gang brought the hammer and the wrench.
I'm still just like dumb. I love Aaron Judge's home run. It was a bullet, but the one Stanton hit, really? Over the Gillette sign? I've never seen a ball enter there in the stadium.
I think all of baseball is a little shocked at this score because of how great Rogers has been, and I'm not just throwing great around gratuitously. He's been amazing all year, and they haven't touched him up like this any team.
And Paul, you're talking about Giancarlo Stanton going above that Gillette sign. Well, Aaron Judge a couple of years back actually hit a ball out there during batting practice and broke one of the TVs that's out there. It had to be replaced. Shocking that he'd be able to do it. Those two guys, right?
Really?
See the TV?
You know what? If you gave me a couple guesses, I only need one. If you tell me the guys that could go out there.
Unbelievable, though.
Talking about batting practice. I mean, look back, Coney. If I look back, I think Straw used to take the most impressive batting practice. You think if anybody was better?
Well, certainly in his era.
Yeah.
I mentioned it before, Mark McGwire.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot when we were with the Reds and we were playing the Oakland A's in the World Series. I actually went out early with Chris Sabo and just watched Canseco and McGwire hit, and I was like, they're hitting balls where I've never seen balls hit in Riverfront Stadium.
Good changeup there. You remember Strawberry's first batting practice with the Yankees? We signed him.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the changeup grip there, and that's how you throw a changeup. Just fading down and away with great arm action. It was at Tiger Stadium, the old Tiger Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Strawberry came, we signed him, and we're like, George Steinbrenner's going to give him a second chance. You know, he had his problems off the field. He put on a display at Tiger Stadium that day that I've never seen.
Yeah, I kind of walked away. I didn't want to be in his group. Like, you're hitting different balls here.
Popped up. Rosario in foul territory. Comes back. He falls down and holds on.
It's another easy play, Michael. A little pop-up, foul ball.
Been some difficulty on these in this homestand.
It's a bad feeling when you start losing your balance. Ball's kind of rattling around in your glove. This doesn't cleanly hit the pocket either.
Tremendous relief right about now.
Mm-hmm.
That one driven into right center field. That is a base hit. It splits the outfielders, and it goes to the wall. And Cowser with a 2-out double.
Well, it seems like the first 2 outs are easy. Then all of a sudden you can't seal the deal on the inning, huh, Cody?
Well, we'll see. And again, the four-seamer, it just drifts a little bit. You see kind of the sitting action kind of fades back over the middle just enough. Kowser's got some thump in his bat. He's kind of underachieved this year as well compared to last year. Really thought he would take a next step this year.
And they try to pick him off. The ball gets away. Right there, though, is Caballero. And slow getting up is Volpe. A little bit of a smile on his face. Guess he's okay.
I'm not seeing leather on that ball.
No. It sounded like it.
Little ricochet, yeah, off of his leg, off of the glove.
You stretch that leg, you just don't rub it because you don't want anybody to know that you missed it.
It hurt.
Well, sometimes you kind of look away from the ball to get the tag down and you forget to catch it. It goes right off your shin.
Runner goes, now stops. Not the wisest thing with a left-handed batter up. A clear lane for Wells to throw to third. Kowser has 14 stolen bases. You think he's struggling out of the stretch, David?
Well, that's part of it, yes. I mean, we've seen some innings unravel on him, and it's obviously from the stretch. But try to go with a 2-0 changeup there is almost non-competitive. You got to get it in the strike zone. But this guy's a dangerous hitter as well.
Turned him loose on 3-0. He fouled the fastball back.
So you certainly don't want to give in and make this 6-5 in a hurry right here in a lefty in Yankee Stadium. So I can understand being a little bit careful.
Well, he's been fastball changeup to lefties, and that was a fastball backdoor breaking ball, which, boy, that, if you can control that to both sides of the plate, Coney, that's kind of all you need, right?
It's the next piece of the puzzle for him.
Foul ball. Yankees aren't taking any chances. They have Tim Hill warming up. These games you want to win. If the Yankees win out, then the Blue Jays only have to lose one game to Tampa Bay, and you've won the American League East. You'd feel awful about things if the Blue Jays lost a game and then you took just 2 out of 3. Because if it ends in a tie, the Blue Jays go and you don't. Strike 3, Basayo down looking. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. The punch out by C.B. Buckner.
Still bugs me, Michael.
Hey guys, Viagra is not your only option. Rose Sparks act fast and stay active longer. They aren't pills. Sparks dissolve under your tongue to reach your bloodstream for speedy results. Sildenafil starts things off strong, and Tadalafil stays in your system for longer. More confidence, more control. Rose Sparks. Connect with the provider at ro.co/sparks.
For type 2 diabetes, once-weekly Mounjaro could help. 3 out of 4 people reached an A1C of less than 7%. And people lost up to 25 pounds. Don't take Mounjaro if you're allergic to it, or if you or someone in your family had medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or vision changes. Serious side effects may include inflamed pancreas and gallbladder problems. Taking Mounjaro with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Tell your doctor if you're nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills, and before scheduled procedures with anesthesia. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and may cause kidney problems.
I can do diabetes differently with Mounjaro.
Pay as little as $25 per month. Ask your doctor about Mounjaro.
J.D. Power has ranked Nissan #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands. Get 0% APR for 60 months on the Nissan Pathfinder, Nissan Murano, and Nissan.
Everyone with an addiction has a story to tell. Don't know? Well, don't judge. Turn the page on stigma. Visit oasisny.gov. Yankees lead this one on the Tri-State Cadillac scoreboard 6-3. 2 home runs by Stanton, 1 by Judge. And there's a new pitcher, Colin Selby, so that'll do it for Trevor Rogers. You know how great an offseason it would have been for Rogers if he finished strong. Dylan Carlson takes over and left. Beavers fouled the ball off his foot. Now he's got to sit on this the whole year.
Still got a 181 on the year.
Yeah, it's
doubled his home run total, though.
Well, yeah.
Went from 3 to 6. Still feel like the Orioles, looking at next year, feel pretty good about starting with him at the top of your rotation and Bradish back. And
yeah, you're looking at a team that could, turn it around and be right back into the playoffs. I mean, they've got so many young players that are still in their prime. You add a few pitchers and, shore up that bullpen a little bit. All of a sudden, you're a totally different team.
They certainly have the resources, too, with new ownership in Baltimore. I think the fan base has been waiting for the right moves at the right time, and it'll be interesting to see what they do this offseason.
Fly ball center field. Cows are back and on the track. Makes the play. So Volpe's hit the ball hard twice. Nothing to show for it.
Now, that right there is hit. I mean, that's Volpe. It's not his best shot, but it's hit well. And it just goes to show you the difference of a regular player in Anthony Volpe and Judge and Stanton. Because, they kind of miss him, and they still go way out.
There's Austin Wells. So Selby came off the IL Tuesday. He missed 2 months with a left hamstring strain. He's up and down from AAA Norfolk to the Orioles in the first half of the season. That is an impressive beard, Paul. That's a little Duck Dynasty beard.
I was going to bring it up, but I thought maybe I shouldn't. But that's a lot of hair. Yeah. You don't grow that one overnight, Cody.
It's a lot of maintenance. A little crooked on the left. Got to fluff it out on the left side a little bit.
You ever try to grow a beard?
It's not pretty.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. Some here, some there.
Yeah, I don't think I can get one in either. You, Michael?
I grew one last winter.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How'd you look?
Gray.
You weren't digging it yourself?
My kids liked it. Jody had no opinion.
Yeah? That means no.
Problem I have now is shaving. I'm getting some wrinkles and I'm missing spots because of the wrinkles.
And the other problem is you look in the mirror, you can't see as well either.
I get to the ballpark, I got a strange hair out above my lip somewhere.
If you ever want to get a real good look at the wrinkles that are coming in, rearview mirror in the car.
It's horrible. I've taken them out of mine.
So telling.
I use the side mirrors.
Oh, they're brutal. A couple of months ago, I looked at it and I said, whoa.
Yeah, it's trick photography.
Now I don't even look. If the car wants to pass me on the right, that's fine.
Well, I know one thing. Nobody was passing you today.
Oh.
Today was something in traffic. We had a beautiful week of traffic till today.
Yeah, the Deegan was a parking lot today. Did he go? Yes, he did. Wells down on strikes. Paul, does it hurt to try to hold up when you're starting to swing?
It can. When that bat head gets out there too far, yeah, if you can kind of guide it with your body, you're fine. But once you let those hands release and try to stop it, yeah, you can hurt some ligaments and tendons and all those things.
Caballero loops one into center field. Kowser's there, and the Yankees go down in order. 1, 2, 3. All right, we'll go to the fifth. Yankees up 6-3.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Mix and match 3 Ultimate apps with 3 Ultimate dipping sauces to create your own Applebee's Ultimate Trio with over 80,000 combinations. All for the ultimate price of $14.99.
You were bound by the chains of duty. Until true love turned the whole world on its head. And all the while, you were watching clothes dry. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen.
The Triple Dipper, only at Chili's, lets you build your perfect basket of 3 Chili's favorites, like the world-famous fried mozzarella you just gotta pull. Or go for Chili's legendary sweet and spicy honey chipotle crispers. Or why not pick the classic Big Mouth Bites drizzled in ranch? And of course, there's plenty of your favorite chili sauces to dip and dip and dip. Now that is one seriously good cheese pool. The Chili's.
All right, David, it's time for pitching decisions presented by Sage.
Well, the impressive part about Will Warren is this is his 33rd start in his rookie year. His stuff has been retained. Stuff is still good. He started out the game really well. He's going to have that proverbial one pitch back, that 0-2 sweeper that he hung for the home run. Is the one pitch he won back, but otherwise, pretty sharp.
So let me get your take on Coney. So you've got Fried and you've got Rodon, and then you're looking at who's going to be number 3. I mean, is it a tryout at this point, or are they pretty much try to use who fits better as a starter and who's better in the pen?
Yeah, in the first round, if you're in the wild card round, it's a different scenario, right? Because your number 3 starter, that could be the game decider, right?
Yep.
So that's a little different animal there. And and as this postseason unfolds, you're probably going to need a 4 starter, much less a 3rd starter. So, Cam Schlittler has certainly been impressive in the fact that he has dominant stuff. It's something that you kind of look at early in the game because you could always piggyback somebody with
right. Yeah, overpowering stuff. When I got to the World Series, got to the playoff, good sinker ballers really never bothered me because I knew I could put the ball in play. It was the guys that could just blow the ball by you that could take over a game, and that's what Schlittler has shown when he's got his good stuff.
One scenario you could see, maybe not the first round, but you could see a piggyback with him and Luis Gil, something like that to get you to your high leverage guys.
Popped up, coming in Slater, 2 outs. Check out Leaders, brought to you by your local Tri-State Genesis retailer. So 171 strikeouts this season for Will Warren. The second, tied for second by a Yankee rookie all time with Luis Gil.
I see one of these guys playing a role in middle relief in postseason. whether it's Will Warren or Luis Gil or Cam Schlittler. And that could be a really important role because you could be in a tight game. Your starter gets knocked out in the third or fourth inning. You need that sort of piggyback guy. And the Yankees have candidates for that.
Now, if you're wondering what Yankee rookie had the most strikeouts, it's 209 by Russ Ford in 1910. Base hit to right field off the bat of Westberg. Now, Russ Ford, he was credited with inventing the Emery ball, in which pitchers use a file or something to scuff the ball. He was the first major league player from Manitoba. He went 26-6 with a 1.65 ERA as a rookie in 1910. But his career quickly fizzled out after the Emery ball was outlawed.
It's amazing how just a little abrasion or a cut on the baseball, I mean, you can get a run of a foot or two. You know, the ball just takes off.
Think about Mike Scott, 1986. Over 300 strikeouts, and he knew exactly where to hold that scuff.
Henderson lofts one to center field. Bellinger's there, and that'll do it. Through 5. Will Warren leads 6-3.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Mix and match 3 Ultimate apps with 3 Ultimate dipping sauces to create your own Applebee's Ultimate Trio with over 80,000 combinations. All for the ultimate price of $14.99.
You were bound by the chains of duty. Until true love turned the whole world on its head. And all the while, you were watching clothes dry. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen.
It all starts here, with a few sheep tending to our fields, and a few men and women who are experts in theirs. Because before it rolls down side roads, it rolls off our factory floor. We don't know where your VW will take you, but we do know where its journey begins. The Volkswagen Atlas, Atlas Cross Sport, and ID4, proudly assembled in the U.S. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today.
An iconic team needs an iconic smartphone. Introducing the new Motorola Razr Ultra with the most intelligent and interactive display powered by Moto AI. Get yours today at Motorola.com.
Used to make fun of my Razr, Michael. See, it's back in fashion.
It's back and better than ever.
You had to hit the number like 3 times to get the letter you wanted. Text.
I think this one's a little bit more advanced.
Yeah. Those old texts used to take 20 minutes. You're better off making a phone call.
Beautiful play by Westberg. Gets up and fires, and a nice backhand scoop by Mayo to get Goldschmidt.
Well, Baltimore, if you look at their defense, it's not good. But they've made some good plays in the field today. They had one error earlier, but it's a good play to start off the inning.
So here's Aaron Judge. Hit his 52nd home run last time up. A 2-run blast. So Jason Stark had a story today in The Athletic, his annual awards column. Judge leads the American League in on-base percentage by 65 points and slugging by 89 and OPS by 186. So since the MVP award started in 1931, here are the guys to lead their league by that amount. Ted Williams did it 4 times. Barry Bonds did it twice.
It's a short list.
Short list. Judge holds up. So Jason Stark, in choosing his MVP, he chose Judge. And his quote was, "There are no wrong answers in this debate. I wish I could cast this imaginary vote for the catcher for the Mariners, but it's not an insult to Raleigh to say he finished second to the greatest right-handed hitter of the last 100 years, Aaron J. Judge."
Couldn't say it much better.
Three-two. Judge down on strikes.
You know, the best part about that debate is both of the guys are great guys. Cal Raleigh would say the same thing about Judge. Judge would say it about Cal Raleigh.
Take a look at the outcome. Don't take slow for an answer. Replay on the Judge home run.
Yeah, that was a line drive. Start playing a little golf here soon, Coney. That looks like a nice little 2-iron, right?
Bellinger fouls it away. Bellinger's proven he's an ultra team guy, but you know he wants that home run, and he wants those 3 ribbies. Those are nice round numbers.
Yeah, there's certain goals you have, and when you get that close to 30 home runs, 100 RBIs, you know, you're not selfish as a player. It's just trying to meet the goals that you feel like you could do, because if you do meet that goal, then you're helping the team in itself.
Yeah, baseball's the one sport that you could be totally selfish and really help the team.
Yeah, I mean, there are times where, you know, you give up an at-bat, give up an out, do something intentionally by moving a guy over or things like that. But the other numbers, I mean, you just come into a year having goals. I mean, I had goals of hitting 300, driving in 100, hitting 25-plus home runs. And I'm sure, Coney, you had the same thing as, you know, trying to get to 20 wins and an ERA around 3 or somewhere like that. I mean, those are just realistic things that you try to, you know, tell before the year, and if you meet him, then you felt like he had a good year.
So Stanton has 2 home runs, 39th career multi-home run game, including one in the playoffs. He's never had a 3-home run game. And then if he would have hit it there, I say until now.
I was ready for it.
Cooking up something special with HexCloud. Join the hybrid revolution at hexcloud.com, and there's a leaderboard. Yankees all time.
Wow, he tied me up with a bomb, too. 451 feet.
High fly ball. Right center. O'Neill makes the play. And that'll do it. No runs a hit. 1 man left. We've played 5.
The Citi Double Cash Card. Feel the joy of earning unlimited 2% cash back. 1% when you buy, 1% as you pay. The Citi Double Cash Card.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Mix and match 3 ultimate apps with 3 ultimate dipping sauces to create your own Applebee's Ultimate Trio with over 80,000 combinations. All for the ultimate price of $14.99.
You were bound by the chains of duty. Until true love turned the whole world on its head. And all the while, you're watching clothes dry. Audible. There's more to
Thank you, Bob. Ohtani, 54 home runs this season. Dodgers clinched the West. Francisco Lindor having another good season. Second 30-30 season of his career. And Suarez, 49 home runs this year. That was a good pickup by the Mariners. Warren still out there to start the 6th inning. Pitch count good shape at 80. Yankees lead 6-3. High fly ball. Right center on the run is Judge, and that ball is into the Yankee bullpen. O'Neill goes the other way, picks up a solo shot, and the Yankees are up 6-4.
We talked about it, O'Neill. I mean, he has had injuries, but he has a tremendous amount of power, and Aaron Boone is going to get to the pen here just in case this lead gets any closer. Ball up in the strike zone, and again, the guy's going with it. On a night like this, ball is really carrying.
Well, that ball is out, and so is Warren. He's removed as the Yankees go to the bullpen.
Hey guys, Viagra is not your only option. Rose Sparks act fast and stay active longer. They aren't pills. Sparks dissolve under your tongue to reach your bloodstream for speedy results. Sildenafil starts things off strong, and Tadalafil stays in your system for longer. More confidence, more control. Rose Sparks. Connect with a provider at ro.co/sparks.
Miller Time started in 1975, and the clock's still ticking. A light beer that tastes like a beer. Now that's legendary. Here's to another 50 years of Miller Time.
The new Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid with best-in-class MPG. Kia, movement that inspires.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. And by Delta, the official airline of the New York Yankees. Delta, keep climbing. Mark Leiter Jr. first out of the bullpen. And he will face Dylan Carlson, who took over in left field for Dylan Beavers. Fouled the ball off his right shin. Yankees lead by 2. One and one. Ground ball, tough hop. Goldschmidt bobbles and has no play. That'll be an E3.
Kind of ran into a bad hop here. Didn't know whether to come in or go back, and then wasn't able to glove it. Better off not letting it go at that point.
It's classic handcuffed. Big hop off the heel.
You got bad luck hitters. It just seems to me that Leiter's been kind of a bad luck pitcher. You see a lot of soft contact go for hits. You see some errors behind him. At times he just mows through, and you really appreciate how good he is, and then something happens. A cheap hit or an error here or there.
It's one of the old baseball sayings that you and I know is definitely not true, is that it all evens out. No, it doesn't. Not in one year. Maybe over over a career it can.
I used to talk to Don Zimmer about that on the bench before the game. I said, it's not evening out. And he'd just laugh and say, it's going to even out. It's not evening out, I'm telling you right now.
Not today.
Tim Hill has been up a couple of times. Will Warren's night is over. His final start of the regular season. How they use him in the postseason still to be determined. And right now, tomorrow's starter for the Yankees tomorrow afternoon is Cam Slittler. And that would put him in line to start Game 3 of the wild card. He'll starting Sunday, and to start him in Game 3 of the wild card, it'd have to be in a short rest. So that might answer our question right there.
Absolutely.
That's where that wild card, that series becomes so dangerous, because your third starter is not who you want on the mound for a win or go home game. And, usually that's what's going to happen to both teams.
They do not play good defense behind Leiter. Minus outs above average, minus 11. That's the worst for any pitcher in baseball. And remember, he's a relief pitcher. And he walks Rushman. So an E3 and a walk, first and second, still nobody out.
You'd think 6 runs off of a quality starter, you'd have an easy night. If you're Aaron Boone, not so much. Bullpen's up. In trouble here in the 6th.
Nobody's out.
So here's Colton Cowser. And a strike. Grounded to first. They take the out at first. And the runners move up.
But when Leiter's right and that splitter's good, that's just what he gets. He gets swings and misses and ground balls. Looking for another one here. You're just getting outs. Just get outs. If you get in a position to get a strikeout, you go for it.
And there's a strike to Basayo. Yankees. Only infielder that might go home is Rosario, but that's unlikely. He's a little bit behind the bag, wide of third. Everybody else is back. They'll let Carlson score. They just don't want a ball to squeeze through and score 2 runs. 0-2 on Basayo.
This is where everything changes if you're a pitcher, right, Coney? You get 0-2, now you're looking for a strikeout.
And Wells has got to block it. This is the one time where you really got to be ready behind the plate with a splitter guy on the mound and an 0-2 count.
You see top of the 6th inning in Toronto. Blue Jays lead the Rays 4-2. Detroit 3, Boston 1. That's in the top of the 6th inning at Fenway Park. Cleveland trailing Texas 4-2 top of the 6th inning. Whip foul.
He's trying to throw that one good splitter, and that one stayed up under the hands.
A really wide split that he features.
Basayo, 21 years old. 30th big league game. Did he go? Nope.
That's a good pitch right there. Down and in to lefties. A lot of times they'll offer at it. He was able to hold up.
Two. Swing and a miss. Got him. Splitter. Big strikeout for the Yanks and Leiter.
And went right back to it with another forkball. It was a curveball before. Then he went to the forkball. Kind of same motion, same action, but it's down out of the strike zone. Big strikeout for Leiter.
That's the one we saw from him in the first half before he went on the IL. His strikeout rate was just shy of 30%. Since he's come back, just around 13%. He gets that one going, that's going to go back up.
Mayo swings to a curveball, 0-1.
Yeah, I love that curveball he throws early in the count for strike one. You know, it gets it in the hitter's mind. You get an easy strike, and then you can just kind of play off of it.
Mayo calls time. Carlson at third, Rushman at second. 1 run in on the O'Neill home run. Yankees lead 6-4, top of the 6th, 2 outs. One with 2 curveballs. Now it's 1-1.
Keep perking my ears up over there, Mike, with the O'Neill home run. I'm just kind of getting happy with
flashbacks.
Myself. Yeah. It's been a while, you know that?
Two and 1. Jackson Holiday on deck. Orioles have out hit the Yankees 6-4. Yankees lead 6-4 though because of the 2 Stanton home runs and a Judge home run. 2-2.
This is where Leiter wants to get it done. Jackson Holiday on deck. Tim Hill in the bullpen ready to go. Do or die time right here for Mark Leiter Jr.
Mayo lays off the splitter. 3-2.
Good job by Wells. You can see him anticipate. Even though he's on one knee, he's ready to move. Watch him move. He's looking for that. Good reaction. Didn't try to pick that one. You got to block that one. That's the hardest part for a catcher. Is it close enough for me to try to pick it, or do I got to go full block mode?
Got to go off speed here again, huh?
Yes.
And a time is called.
This is one time that you would worry about the second runner at second base being able to see that forkball. That's one thing you can see from second base.
And he walked him. That loads the bases. E3, 2 walks. And here comes Boone. So with Holiday due up, they will call on Hill. Yankees leading by 2. Stay tuned.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Mix and match 3 Ultimate apps with 3 Ultimate dipping sauces to create your own Applebee's Ultimate Trio with over 80,000 combinations. All for the ultimate price of $14.99.
It all starts here, with a few sheep tending to our fields, and a few men and women who are experts in theirs. Because before it rolls down side roads, it rolls off our factory floor. We don't know where your VW will take you, but we do know where its journey begins. The Volkswagen Atlas, Atlas Cross Sport, and ID4, proudly assembled in the U.S.
Well, Yankee fans, catch all the action at Yankee Stadium this postseason. 2025 postseason tickets are on sale now. Experience October baseball at Yankee Stadium this fall. Postseason tickets are going fast, so visit Yankees.com/postseason today. Either going to start Tuesday with the wild card or Saturday, the ALDS. Tim Hill comes on. He's going to face the youngster Jackson Holliday, second big league season. Bases loaded with O's. Yankees up by 2. Left-handers at 201 against Hill. There's a strike.
You know, one thing you are confident when you bring Hill in is, you know, he throws strikes. I mean, if you beat him, you beat him, but he does throw strikes.
Goldschmidt fields to Hill, and he beats Holliday to the bag, and he gets out of trouble. Orioles get a run. They leave the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of the 6th.
It takes 2 to feel the joy. Earn unlimited 2% cash back, 1% when you buy, and 1% as you pay with the Citi Double Cash Card.
No flight is just a flight. It's a new beginning.
Hi, nice to meet you.
A love story.
Will you marry me?
A launch pad. It's your next step.
How about some light? Thank you. You're gonna do great.
And at Delta, we're proud to help you take it.
Miller Time started in 1975, and the clock's still ticking. A light beer that tastes like a beer. Now that's legendary. Here's to another 50 years of Miller Time.
Wait, come back! Wait, come back, I need more help.
Take a load off it. Take a load for free.
Today we went to the beach, and it was totally worth it.
Time to name that Yankee, brought to you by Prevagen, made for your brain. Obviously a pretty good player, 284 batting average, 147 home runs, 1,585 hits. Played with the Yankees from 49 to 54. Finished with the Mets in 62. Started with the Indians, came back to the Indians. Orioles twice. Wow, he's really bounced around.
Had some Warriors in there, right? Missed a couple of years, but obviously probably with the war in the early 40s. And an original Met, as you said. That's a heck of a career right there.
So here's Yennier Cano. Has never really fared that well against the Yanks to see his ERA, but he pitched well against them last weekend in Baltimore. So there are the clues. Trent Grisham pinch hitting, lines a single to right field. So Grisham pinch hit for Rosario. Comes off the bench and gets a base hit.
I don't know if this is just the year or it's me, but I have seen more success from pinch hitters coming off the bench, and that has to do with, you know, the ability to hit in the tunnels, be ready much more than you used to be. Good job by Grisham to just walk up there and throw a knockout there.
You know, O'Neill and Wright playing really deep too as well. I mean, you would know that better than me. The strategy of right field at Yankee Stadium. I mean,
yeah,
it's over your head. It's gone.
Pretty much. I mean, you usually play much shallower on hitters because you're right. If they get anything up elevated, it's pretty much in the seats anyway.
So Jazz pinch hitting.
There's a line of lefties at the bat rack. You got Grisham, now you got Jazz.
So the Yankees have 4 lefties on the bench and 1 switch hitter. So they've used Grisham. They've now used Chisholm. McMahon's on the bench and Ben Rice as well. Jason Dominguez, the switch hitter. Driven to right field, foul.
See Jazz back down to 1 chain.
Yeah, he changes it by the day. I think it's his good luck charm.
No 2 chains.
With the Z.
That was a rapper, wasn't it?
Yeah, look at you. Look at both of you. Look at 3 of us. Two and 2. Yankees would love to add on, take some pressure off the bullpen. Swing and a miss. Chisholm down on strikes.
A good tight slider right there by Cano. And again, we've talked about it numerous times about how lefties just love the ball down and in just to drop the head of the bat. But down and in too low is a strikeout pitch.
Kind of dangles there for a while, right? Looks like a cookie, and then it just dives.
Well, barring any other moves, the way the Yankees will make this work defensively, Caballero will take over at third. And then Grisham will move to center field. Bellinger will move from center to left. And Chisholm will stay in to play second as Caballero moves from second to third. Hard line drive into the second deck, first base side. Cano is 31 years old, 4th big league season. So he had a 2.58 ERA across 2023 and 24, but not the same this year. Came into this game with a 4.89 ERA. And that's a big question about what the Orioles are going to be next year. What's their bullpen going to look like? Felix Bautista had surgery for a torn rotator cuff and a torn labrum, and he's out until next September at the earliest. Popped up and a base hit. Go figure baseball. He hit 2 balls hard to the outfield, run down, and this one dunks in for a base hit.
Yeah, you knew this was a great jam shot. The way the defense was playing for a double play. Wow. That's almost at the pine tar there, Cody.
That's in there deep.
You see Holiday way over by second base. No chance to get over there and make the play.
One 1-0 to Wells.
Hey, Pittsburgh jumped up today. They're 4-1 over Atlanta.
Nice. Big game.
Big game down in Atlanta.
You know, Atlanta, if you think about it, a lot like the Orioles. Just everything went wrong there this year. Easily could be back in the playoffs next year.
Absolutely, they could.
Head sharply through for a base hit. They're sending Grisham home. Here's the throw from O'Neill. Nutting time. An RBI single for Wells. Volpe moves to third, and the Yankees lead 7-4.
Well, the Yankees have had an answer every time tonight, and that's so good to see, to just continue battling, tacking on runs before your pitchers can just shut them down for a while, and they'll just let her rip all the way home, but off target. Another run for the Yankees. Another guy's been swinging the bat really well over the last couple of weeks as well, and it's really, really good to see, because as good as he is behind the plate, you know, when he gets hot offensively, he can add a lot to this offense.
10 for his last 23 over his last 9 games. Caballero tries to squeeze bunt, and they're going to get Volpe, as he just missed the pitch. And once you do that, the runner is hung out, and Volpe tried to stop, but he gets thrown out.
Got to watch Volpe here. I don't know if this was kind of a
safety
squeeze, and you know, he was just trying to drag bunt, and Volpe was going to follow the third baseman in. Yeah, that's not a suicide. So he just got off too far. Good job by Rutschman to get the ball down to third base as quick as he could.
That one is chopped back to the mound. Grabbed there by Rutschman. Throws to first. Got him. Caballero is out at first. Yankees get a run on 3 hits. They lead 1.
You were bound by the chains of duty. Until true love turned the whole world on its head. And all the while, you were watching clothes dry. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen.
The Triple Dipper, only at Chili's, lets you build your perfect basket of 3 Chili's favorites, like the world-famous fried mozzarella you just gotta pull. Or go for Chili's legendary sweet and spicy honey chipotle crispers. Or why not pick the classic Big Mouth Bites drizzled in ranch? And of course, there's plenty of your favorite chili sauces to dip and dip and dip. Now that is one seriously good.
All right, so you know the rules. There are no rules. Good undercarriage. I like the breading. It's a nice golden brown, which is important as well. And I'm gonna take a bite. Really good. Love the presentation. That little Yankee bucket is adorable. I could see myself bringing that to the beach and building sandcastles. Let me get one more bite. 9.2. That shattered a glass ceiling.
Wow.
No chicken tender around the league had gotten out of the 8s.
Well, when I got here today and there was a bucket of chicken wings on the desk, I knew they were good because you wouldn't have brought up some bootleg chicken wings, right?
They were really good.
There's one thing I don't understand about the whole thing, the parody, all of it, everything you're doing there is you always say, you all know the rules, just one bite, but then you take 3 or 4 bites. And then you get it.
Dave Portnoy says one bite. I say there are no rules.
Well, okay.
I said, you know the rules, there are no rules.
Okay. He says the same thing.
He does 8 bites.
Yeah, 8 bites, and then gives it a grade. If you're going to do one bite, take 1 bite and then give your score.
Well, that's the checking in on the best in the game brought to you by T-Mobile. Meredith, thank you for allowing me to do the Tendy review on your All Access show.
Michael, thank you for joining me on BP All Access. If you weren't around at 6 o'clock and didn't see it, we have a bunch of the segments posted to social media. Michael, you were such a good sport, and people love the review. And some people saying that was the highest review. Is he just saying it because it's Yankee Stadium? And to Paul's point, you actually carried that little pail of chicken tenders all the way up here to the booth to eat them for dinner. And take a look at this. He went nationwide, testing tendies. And, guys, I don't even think his stomach hurt, which is fully remarkable.
That is a big thing.
Here are some of the scores along the way. Pittsburgh coming in hot, 8.1 to start things off. Michael spoke very highly about MSG tendies, but they only came in at 7.9. He lied in Detroit, but went back and did a second review just to make sure it was legit. And ultimately, the bucket at Yankee Stadium won out. It's a lot of tendies.
You know why I lied in Detroit, guys? Because I'm on camera, right?
Right.
And the guy, the chef from Comerica Park, is a foot and a half away from me, and I simply didn't have the guts.
So the chef, is it like one of the guys from Benihana with a big sword in his side?
Well, here's the thing,
you get
Paul.
a bad review?
They knew that he was coming. Somebody ran up to me and said, when is Kay going to do the review? We want to make sure we put our best foot forward.
Now, I do want to give credit because this is the first time we've done it over linear right here on Yes. These have been online, and it's all Meredith. She puts together the videos. It was her idea, and I'm just the one who tastes the tendies.
Did you notice that map, Paulie? The map of all the places he tried these tendies? Where you and I grew up was just flyover country.
Yeah, that's right. It's just the wagons and stuff.
There's nothing in the middle of the country.
I mean, guys, look.
You must not have chicken fryers in the Midwest.
I don't know what this says about the way my brain works, but
wow,
we had a good time with it.
Michael, that face on the chicken tendy must be in the rearview mirror. That didn't look too good.
Boone goes to the bullpen. Oh, that is so good.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Mix and match 3 Ultimate apps with 3 Ultimate dipping sauces to create your own Applebee's Ultimate Trio with over 80,000 combinations. All for the ultimate price of $14.99.
You were bound by the chains of duty. Until true love turned the whole world on its head.
Well, tonight's injury report brought to you by Monitor Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. Now, the Phillies will have a bye in the first round of the playoffs. They're hoping to get Trey Turner back. He's on track to return for the NLDS. Last time he played was September 7th. Currently on the 10-day IL, strained right hamstring. And they're also without Zach Wheeler. He will not return this year. So Fernando Cruz comes on with 2 outs and nobody on, and he's dealing to Tyler O'Neill. Two and 0. Three and 0.
Coney, when you look at Cruz, it's all about strikes. If he's in the strike zone, and then he can use that fork ball.
And he walked him on 4 pitches.
Well, that's 3-1 in my book, but
yeah,
CB Buckner's.
Well, unusual. You see Austin Wells kind of shaking his head and mentioned something to CB Buckner. You're watching CB Buckner back there tonight. Most of the pitches he's missed have been outside that box that he's called strikes.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the few ones that was inside the box that he missed. And that leads you to believe that Robo-Umps favor the hitters. So next year favors the hitters in my mind. There's just no doubt about it. Mm-hmm. The challenge system that's coming next year, there are going to be more pitches that are going to be challenged that are called strikes outside that box than the other way around.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
1 and 2.
I'm kind of anxious to see that because there's going to be a lot of strategy involved on that, not to waste them early. You know, in a close game late, you need them. Getting ahead. Carlson, amazing that he is laying off that fork ball.
And there's ball 4. So Cruz comes in and walks 2 batters with 2 outs. And that brings up Rushman as the tying run now. Brings out Matt Blake.
Life moves, and so should your connection. Get fast and reliable speeds on the network that moves with you. Spectrum.
Doval warming up. Now the Yankee bullpen will probably not have Weaver or Williams because Weaver's pitched 4 of the last 6 days, Williams back-to-back, and 3 of the last 5. So they'll probably want to stay away from them, which would lead to closing up to Bednar. But you still got to get this out. And how do you manage those 3 outs in the 8th inning? Right field down the line, foul. Top of the 8th inning, Toronto leads Tampa Bay 4-2. You see on the bottom right of your screen. as Rushman pops that up. Shallow left. Who's going to get it? And it's Bellinger who calls off Volpe, and they work out of trouble. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base at the end of 6.5. Yankees lead this 1-7-4. It's time for the 7th inning stretch, and we'll stay right here as they honor America in the Bronx.
Ladies and gentlemen, rise and remove your caps, and please direct your attention to the area behind home plate as the New York Yankees welcome an honored military guest. United States Marine Corps First Sergeant Wayne Hermans from Glens Falls, New York, who served in Operation Desert Storm. The Yankees say thank you, Wayne, for your sacrifice and for your service to our nation. And now, please join us in singing along with Robert Merrill's rendition of God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her. Throw the light with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
The Citi Double Cash Card. Feel the joy of earning unlimited 2% cash back. 1% when you buy, 1% as you pay. The Citi Double Cash Card.
You ever just look at them and think, yeah, I'm doing all right.
Get double points this fall at Best Western.
When I take food out of my Bosch refrigerator,
I feel like the best version of myself.
and that makes me feel...
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch. This is not a car. This is a force of nature, an optical illusion, a naysayer slayer. Just ask the good people of Monte Carlo. Part action star, part comedian, equal parts contradiction. It runs on gas or electric, becomes standard with piss and vinegar. It was born wrong. Who puts an engine sideways? You can imagine why we struggle to call it a car. So we won't. Because this is not a car. Let's Mini.
Well, thank you, guys. 7-7-1 for the Yanks, 4-6-1 for the Orioles. Trevor Rogers, they got to him. Westberg has 2 hits. Will Warren lasted 5. He's the pitcher of record on the winning side. And Giancarlo Stanton, 2 home runs, one of them just gargantuan. Ford scoreboard, 7-4, Yankees over the Orioles. And there's a strike to Goldschmidt from Cano. Cano in the second inning of work. Gave up a run in the 6th on the Wells single. Oh, and 2. Goldschmidt's 0 for 3. There's a base hit through the right side. Goldschmidt picks up a leadoff single.
Well, it's been one of these nights that the Yankees are just putting together good at bats. I mean, situational hitting's been good, the long home runs, and then every inning it seems like they're putting pressure on Baltimore. I mean, that's not a bad pitch. It's got good movement down. Goldschmidt just goes with it, finds a hole on the right side.
Inside to Judge, 1-0. Eighth hit for the Yankees, 7-8-1, leading 4-6-1. First game of this three-game set. Yankees and the Blue Jays tied for first place in the American League East. And this weekend, we'll know who's winning the East and who's going to a wild card. Each team 91-68 coming in. You see the Blue Jays are leading, and Detroit is leading Boston, bottom of the eighth inning at Fenway, 3-2. 2-1.
Detroit trying to get off the deck. Get back in this. Chaos. We have chaos everywhere.
This is a year that I don't know that I've seen this many people, this many teams right at the end just fall out of grace from 10-game leads to nothing to trying to fight their way back in.
That one off the glove of Rushman, but it's ball four nonetheless. And Goldschmidt just advances to second. Well, tomorrow afternoon on Yes, the Yankees' push for the division crown continues as the Bombers and the Birds play Game 2 here at the stadium. Tune in for coverage beginning at noon with Audi batting practice at the pregame. Then first pitch is scheduled for 1:05 on Yes and on the Gotham Sports app. Well, they're going to call on the left-hander, Jose Castillo. That's with Bellinger coming up first and second, nobody out.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Mix and match 3 Ultimate apps with 3 Ultimate dipping sauces to create your own Applebee's Ultimate Trio with over 80,000 combinations. All for the ultimate price of $14.99.
You were bound by the chains of duty. Until true love turned the whole world on its head. And all the while, you were watching Clothes Dry. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen.
When I take food out of my Bosch refrigerator,
I feel like the best version of myself.
and that makes me feel...
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch. Today, only at your local Hyundai dealer. Buy Untuckit, find the perfect fit today at Untuckit.com for more than 80 stores worldwide. And by the New York Lottery, get out there and play. Through the years, Yankees and the Orioles. Jose Castillo in to face Bellinger. And a strike. The thing that you like about baseball, all the teams know their responsibility to make the games important. So the Orioles have nothing to play for, and they are managing this game to try to win the game. I assure you that Tampa Bay is doing the same thing against Toronto. Kevin Cash would not allow his team to roll over. And I think you're going to get a true AL East champion at the end of Sunday.
Yeah, I agree. And we were between innings. They had the tying runs on base up there in Toronto. Toronto got out of it, so they kept the lead. But yeah, there's pitching changes, there's strategy. So, you have enough dislike for teams in your own division to play them hard at the end of the season.
Well, yeah, there's an honor. The honor code that Michael's referring to, and he's exactly right. And the Marlins are doing it to the Mets, too, as well.
Three and two. Fouled away.
That was a number 30 swing right there.
Yeah.
You think about the Mets outfield this year with Bellinger at 29 and Grisham well over 30, 34-ish, and Judge with 50+. It's the best outfield in the game, but it's not even close.
Yeah, offensively and defensively, it's got to be up there. I mean, Bellinger plays Gold Glove defense everywhere. You got Grisham, you got Judge, and the production, home run-wise, it's been phenomenal.
I mean, who had that in spring training, right?
Yeah.
Belly will throw up around 30, and Grisham will throw 34. Judge will hit 50+. And, oh, yeah, Stanton's going to come back. And
3-2. Up the middle and through for a base hit. Goldschmidt will stop at third, and the Yankees have the bases loaded and nobody out. And that'll bring up Giancarlo Stanton with 2 home runs so far tonight. We take a look at the exit velocity presented by Spectrum. First one, 108.8, and it traveled 397 feet. The third inning one, 112.2. He's never had a 3-home run game.
He just missed one his last at-bat.
Yeah.
And Paul, you've seen this. For a couple of weeks he's lost, flailing up there, and then it just clicks in with him.
Yeah, it's a lot to do with his balance and kind of where that front shoulder ends up. If it starts to open up, because he doesn't use his legs much, and if he stays kind of towards the pitcher where he dares people to jam him, he hits some long balls and he covers the outside pitch.
One, 2-1. Red Sox have tied the Tigers 3-3. That's in the bottom of the 8th inning. Chop toward third. They're going to come. Oh, they thought about coming home. Instead, they go to first as Goldschmidt scores. Westberg had to play at home and decided to eat it. So an RBI for Stanton, and the Yankees get their 8th run.
Yeah, they got a break here because obviously Stanton is not moving well down the line, but you probably had a play at the plate.
Not sure if he got the handle, if he had a little trouble getting the handle or not. But yes, if he comes up clean with Goldschmidt running, force out at home.
5th RBI of the night for Stanton. So runners on second and third, 1 out. The Orioles bring the infield in, and Grisham's up. Bottom of the 8th inning at Rogers Center. It's 4-2 Blue Jays. Toronto and the Yankees exchanging blows down the stretch, final weekend of the year. You know, we talk about honor code. If you watch the White Sox series, White Sox have nothing to play for. Nothing. And they were intentionally walking Judge rather than testing their young pitchers to see if they could get out an Aaron Judge. They were doing the strategic thing to try to win the game. And that goes on throughout baseball. Turned him loose on 3-0 right down the line. Foul.
Well, Lou Piniella used to tell me, if I give you the swing on 3-0, I want a home run or a foul ball. So you'd have been happy with that swing.
So he didn't want you serving it to left field.
So that, I told you that I got the 3-0, and he told me that after I laced one into left center field. I thought, wow, that's a great piece of hitting. I got back to the dugout, and he's like, I give you the swing 3-0. I want the ball in the seats or a hook foul. I don't want you hitting the ball to left center field. I'm like, oh, nice talking to you, Lou.
And that winter you were traded to the Yankees.
Some things you just never leave. Yeah.
3-2. There's ball 4, bases loaded. And that'll bring up Jazz. And that'll bring out Drew French.
This is one of those pitches that would be challenged by the catcher or the pitcher next year. As you can see, it does catch that line outside, although Rushman had a lot of movement with his glove, so the framing came into that as well.
So Grisham pinch hit in the 6th inning. He struck out. Austin Slater started in this spot. Slater was 0 for 2. And now C.B. Buckner's trying to break it up on the mound. You know what happened on this date, 1998, David?
I saw something on social media, yeah.
You got your 20th win 10 years after your other 20-win season. Pretty good.
I think that broke Jim Cott's record, I believe. Kitty Cott had that record before.
So 88, you got your 20th with the Mets. 10 years later, you got your 20th with the Yanks.
Pretty good, Coney. There won't be a 20-game winner in baseball this year. Max Fried got his 19th. He doesn't have another start.
1-0.
It's a lofty goal now because of the limited amount of starts and you know, the pitch counts and things like that.
Chop toward first. They're going to come home. They get 1. Back to first. Not in time. Throw was high. So Chisholm reaches on the fielder's choice. The out at home is 3-2. Bases remain loaded.
Well, he tries to pull an outside pitch and just chops it. You get the sure out. Rushman thought he might sneak one down there. Catch Jazz sleeping.
So big spot for Volpe. He could break this open now. Yankees up 8-4. And we told you they have a little bit of a limited bullpen. With in all likelihood no Weaver and no Williams. So you have Doval and Yarbrough warming up. 2-0 on Volpe. Volpe's 1 for 3. Here's the bullpen budget. Bednar is available. Williams has pitched 2 days in a row. Weaver 3 out of 5. So they want. You think they want to stay away from them. Oh, he gets a call on the outside pitch. 2-1.
Well, that strike zone's kind of moving tonight, Coney, huh?
Well, as I said before, the vast majority of pitches are of this ilk. Pitches off that are called strikes, as opposed to the other way around. So stay tuned for next year in the challenge system. You know, maybe vast majority is a little bit of an overstatement, but there's definitely more pitches called like that than the other way around.
Sky-high pop-up. Nail puts it away, and that'll do it. Yankees add a run on 2 hits, and they leave the bases loaded.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Mix and match 3 Ultimate apps with 3 Ultimate dipping sauces to create your own Applebee's Ultimate Trio with over 80,000 combinations. All for the ultimate price of $14.99.
Together, your love turned the whole world on its head. And all the while, you were watching clothes dry. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen.
The Triple Dipper, only at Chili's, lets you build your perfect basket of 3 Chili's favorites, like the world-famous fried mozzarella you just gotta pull. Or go for Chili's legendary sweet and spicy honey chipotle crispers. Or why not pick the classic Big Mouth Bites drizzled in ranch? And of course, there's plenty of your favorite chili sauces to dip and dip and dip. Now that is one seriously good cheese pull. The Chili's Triple Dipper. Taste what all the hype's about.
Rodon has been nominated for the 2025 Roberto Clemente Award presented by Capital One. Fans vote to recognize who best represents the game through positive contributions on and off the field. Vote today at MLBtogether.com/Clemente Award.
Can't take the kids anywhere, right? They just take it off, run around on the field. This is what I'm supposed to do.
Can't blame him. You're going to bring him on the field. He's going to play.
Cole's playing along with the music between innings. Oh, and a little air guitar. How bored must he be? David, you missed 4 months at the end.
Going nuts.
Oh, now we're playing the harmonica.
Doval comes on and throws a ball to Colton Cowser. Yankees would love to get him back to his all-star ability. 5 consecutive scoreless appearances for Doval. 2-0. Top of the 9th inning in Toronto. Blue Jays lead 4-2. Tampa Bay has a runner on first base and 1 out, so the tying run at the plate. Hoffman on the mound for the Blue Jays. Briano. Pumps a strike in there at 98 miles an hour. Now 3-2. And the payoff. Swing and a miss. Got him on the slider. 1 away.
Well, we got all the way back into the count and then threw a nasty slider that started out over the plate and just ran way inside. Not a chance. Sometimes I guess as a pitcher, Coney, at 3-2, when you fight back, you just have to trust that they're going to expand the zone and swing, huh?
Yeah, I mean, with a 4-run lead and a leadoff hitter, yeah, that's gutsy.
A strike to Basayo.
You know, you hear the term when you're describing pitchers and their arm action as a short armor or a long armor. This is a long armor. Big, wide arc.
Yeah.
Really reaches back.
Just slings it, huh?
And then kind of comes around the bend on a lower 3/4 angle.
Tampa Bay runners on first and second with one out, top of the 9th inning. And the Blue Jays trying to hold on to a 4-2 lead. Right here, Yankees lead 8-4. And down goes Basayo.
It's good to see him use this pitch, though, because it's a game changer for him. As a finish pitch, to be able to go down and out of the zone with that slider at 90 miles an hour and watch it come out of the hand in the spin. Looks like it's right down the middle. And then it just kind of dips at the last minute.
There's Kobe Mayo. He couldn't hold up on the slider. 0-1. 2 outs in the 8th. Nobody on. The 0-1. 1-1. A crowd of 44,596 here in the Bronx on this beautiful Friday evening.
They're doing the wave.
Yeah, it's Michael's favorite if you haven't heard.
The 1-2. 2-2.
Should we follow him up here in the booth as it comes around? What do you say? You and me, we'll go up and just...
The booth is all right.
Two balls, two strikes, 2 outs. And that's an inning for Doval. He strikes out the side. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Yankees up by 4.
Hey guys, Viagra is not your only option. Rose Sparks act fast and stay active longer. They aren't pills. Sparks dissolve under your tongue to reach your bloodstream for speedy results. Sildenafil starts things off strong, and Tadalafil stays in your system for longer. More confidence, more control. Rose Sparks. Connect with a provider at ro.co/sparks.
Miller Time started in 1975, and the clock's still ticking. A light beer that tastes like a beer. Now that's legendary. Here's to another 50 years of Miller Time.
Something amazing is happening here. More companies are turning to Mac. From finance to fulfillment, CDW supports Mac integration across your organization. With the power of Apple Silicon, best-in-class security, and compatibility across devices and applications, there's a Mac for every job. Make amazing happen.
J.D. Power has ranked Nissan #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands. And to celebrate, you can now get in one of these award-winning SUVs with 0% APR for 60 months. The all-new turbocharged Nissan Murano, the rugged Nissan Pathfinder, and the best-selling Nissan Rogue. Visit Nissan today and drive away in an award-winning SUV.
Time for the Audi Electric Moment. Experience a fully electric Audi vehicle at your local Tri-State Audi dealer today.
Well, the Yankees have been waiting to see this version of Camilo Doval, and he was on tonight, and that slider was real. Coming right at you, hit that.
That one is deep to right. And foul. First base umpire De Jesus said foul.
Well, he was down in a catcher's position, and Wells is a little shocked, and he got a good view of it, too. Let's see here. Yeah, it looks foul.
Saw the shadow of the ball go by.
Little reverse fist.
Sometimes you see what you want to see, Coney, and not what really happened.
Wishful thinking.
And Toronto holds on and wins 4-2. Tampa Bay had runners on second and third and 2 outs. Yandy Diaz at the plate, and he grounded out to third to end it with Jeff Hoffman nailing down the save. Yankee game's not over yet, so that half game doesn't mean much. If the Yankees hold on and win this, they will remain tied with 2 games left to go.
Mets lose, and your Reds are winning against the Brewers.
Reds got a tough schedule at Milwaukee, and I think Milwaukee has something to play for, too. I think they can still do something during the season, so they're not just giving in. Big win for the Reds.
Overall best record matters.
Right now it's a rain delay in Atlanta. Well, that's the Pittsburgh score. Let's look at the Phillies have won. So that takes a little of the importance away from Milwaukee. That's who they're battling for best record in the National League. So the Reds lead 3-1 bottom of the 6th. Milwaukee will clinch the #1 seed with a win. Right now they're trailing 3-1. But if the Reds hold on with the Mets losing to Miami, it'll be a tie, and the Reds hold the tiebreaker with the Mets. So the Reds would go to the playoffs as the 3rd wild card, and the Mets would go home. Stay tuned tonight after Yankees coverage for the Best of Talking Yanks, presented by your local Ford stores. And get the top talking points from this week in Yankees universe, including John Boy's banter with Aaron Boone. That's tonight after the postgame on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Bednar getting ready. Caballero hits one to left. Carlson makes the play. Would you maybe play this game, David, where with a 4-run lead, you don't start with Bednar, because maybe you wouldn't have him available tomorrow if you pitch him? That means you would have pitched 2 days in a row.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thought. You know, you have 2 pitchers warming up down there. Yarbrough's warming up, and of course Bednar's there just in case. So yeah, it makes you wonder. I might try to save Bednar in this with a 4-run lead.
How much does warming up, getting out ready to come into the game, affect you as far as not pitching?
It matters. And they keep track of that. You know, how many times a reliever gets up and gets hot. Maybe count that as a half, but it matters. This is where, you know, managers are watching the scoreboard. You know, Aaron Boone is fully aware that Toronto has won. So you manage the scoreboard, too, this time of year.
Fly ball right field. O'Neill will put it away for the final out. So the Yankees go down in order. We'll see who pitches the 9th. Bednar's throwing hard. Looks like it's him.
If I were him, I'd bundle my home and auto and pick up the real victory, savings.
Are you talking about bowling?
No, bundling, Jan. Bundling.
Bundle and save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Miller Time started in 1975, and the clock's still ticking. A light beer that tastes like a beer. Now that's legendary. Here's to another 50 years of Miller time.
Wait, come back! Wait, come back, I need more help.
Take a load off it. Take a load for free.
Today we went to the beach, and it was totally worth it. Life's a trip. Make the most of it at Best Western.
J.D. Power has ranked Nissan #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands. And to celebrate, you can now get in one of these award-winning SUVs with 0% APR.
Just to name that Yankee, those are the stats. They're impressive stats, a long career as well. And the answer is Gene Woodling. You look up Gene Woodling in your baseball history books, and he's an impressive player. Big player for the Yankees. Nice left-handed swing. Might be the 1940 and 50s version of Paul O'Neill. 5 consecutive World Championships with the Yankees. World Series games, a .318 average in 26 games. And part of a 17-player deal with the Orioles.
Wow, that's just cleaning house when you do 17 players, huh?
So Bednar comes on to try to close it out, face the top of the Orioles order. While we were away, Boston has come back to beat Detroit. Detroit led 3-1 going into the bottom of the 7th. Orioles scored a run in the 7th, a run in the 8th, and a bottom of the 9th run to walk off Detroit 4-3. And what's at stake there is who's going to finish second in the wild card. And if the Yankees don't win the American League East, the team that finishes second is going to come to Yankee Stadium on Tuesday to play a best of 3 here in the Bronx. Not a safe situation for Bednar. A 4-run lead here in the 9th, but Aaron Boone wants to close this out for sure. Holiday 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Jackson is 1 for his last 28. He's had a much better year than he did last year, but obviously this slump affecting his stats, hitting .244. 3-2, and he walked him. Well, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule brought to you by your local Tri-State Buick dealers, and then there were 2. Tomorrow, 1:05 on Yes. Sunday, 3:05. Everybody starts Eastern time at 3:05, and that game will be on Yes. The AL Wildcard Series would begin on Tuesday. The ALDS would begin on Saturday.
It's a funny upcoming schedule, Mike, when you only see a couple blocks colored in, huh?
That's right. I mean, with what's going on in baseball this month, how do you not love baseball? I mean, if you're watching this game right now, you probably have some affinity for the sport, but this is, you can't draw it up any better. So many teams, so much on the line. The games mean so much. And you got to give credit to the Yankees. Last Wednesday, they were 5 games behind Toronto. 5. And if they win this game, they're tied with Toronto with 2 games left to go to win the American League East. One and 2. And no one fibs anymore. They all watch the scoreboard.
Absolutely. There's so many teams to keep up with.
Grounded to third. Caballero late with the throwing in the dirt. So Westberg will reach, and moving to second is Holiday.
Yeah, Caballero could not get it out of his glove, and that extra little motion there cost him a hit right there. See, gloves it fine, but then he couldn't get a handle on it. It's going to go as a base hit.
Here is Gunnar Henderson. And a strike. Cleveland loses to Texas 7-3. They will remain tied with the Tigers. There's one. No return throw. Moving to third is Holiday. Well, fans, stay tuned after the final out for tonight's WB Mason Yankees postgame as Bob Lorenz, Jack Curry, and John Flaherty will have highlights and analysis. Meredith Marakovitz gets player interviews in the clubhouse, and we'll hear from Aaron Boone on the manager's report. It's all coming up next on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. So here's Tyler O'Neill against Bednar. And a strike. Outside 1-1. Missed. 2-1. You do not want O'Neill again on base. Then all of a sudden, that brings up the tying run. Loves that curveball. It's a great pitch for him. 2-1. He drops it in for a strike.
Yeah, Koenig, we were talking last night how Bednar's not your typical closer with just the overpowering fastball. He's a 3-pitch pitcher.
A lot of separation, that curveball to his fastball, velocity-wise. Almost 20 miles an hour. That's part of the effectiveness of his repertoire. And right in the middle in the low 80s is the splitter. The upper 70s, got something in the 80s, and he's got something in the upper 90s. Swing and a miss. Got him on the splitter. 1 out away.
Well, and a good one after a couple curveballs. And you go to something off speed, and you talked about it. It's just a little different velocity and a little different action, but a great pitch to get the strikeout.
That's one of the harder ones we've seen him throw at 94. A real power split.
All right, so Jeremiah Jackson is going to pinch it for Dylan Carlson. Runner at third, that's Holiday. Runner at first, that's Gunnar Henderson. Yankees 3-0 on this season-ending homestand to this point, trying to make it 4 straight. Runner goes from first. There'll be no throw. So Henderson takes second base. That's defensive indifference, so no stolen base for Henderson. Will Warren would get the win if the Yankees hold on. He is 9th of the year. Strike. 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Did he go? Yep, he went on a curve, 1-2. Strike away. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. The Yankees win 8-4. They keep pace with the Blue Jays, tied atop the American League East. Bednar closes it out. Home runs by Stanton and Judge, and that provides the offense, and the Yankees win another.
Well, it's been some kind of homestand. I mean, the Yankees are doing all they can do. They just keep throwing up W's, and you see the pressure they're putting on the Toronto Blue Jays. Next couple of days are going to be special.
Just kind of feels like here at the end of the season, everything's finally starting to click for the Yankees. There's no weaknesses now across the board. They've filled all the holes, and the bullpen has really come around, the last piece of the puzzle. And the last piece of the puzzle is this guy at the end of the games.
Well, 98 out of the strike zone, that works usually, right?
And the pinch hitter Jackson swings and misses. So after the Blue Jays win, the Yankees win. It'll come down to the final two games. The Blue Jays play Tampa Bay.